and my surrounding looks pretty yellow, which is something I'm struggling to figure. But anyway, like, I'll just get to the point. So today's topic is nobody really gets eldest daughters, and this is why. You know what, I've actually made notes. I am being really professional right now. Context, I'm 24 years old. I have a younger brother. I have my parents, okay? Now, as the daughter of the family, I am full of rage. Like, मुझे हर छोटी चीज़ पे मैं चिढ़ जाती हूँ, मुझे गुस्सा आता है. I try to like correct people. I tell them that no, whatever you're doing is not correct. If someone is treating you in a certain way, it is not correct. You should not let the relative treat you like that. You should not let this person treat you like that. I involve myself a lot of times when my parents are fighting with each other, and I side with my mom most of the times and I defend her in fights, and because of which, like, my dad and I don't talk to each other after the fight, but my parents are suddenly okay with each other. So I'm sure there are a lot of these. Oh my god, can you even hear me? But anyway, this is not all aesthetic. But मैंने एक चीज notice करी है, which is sort of there in every family. I think nobody really gets us, and especially nobody really gets the rage and anger inside of us, because they don't understand कि भाई हम इतने गुस्से में क्यों हैं. And honestly, to be honest, sometimes even I don't understand, but I would just like to say that we have not been treated well. Obviously, since you're the eldest child, सबकी expectations तुम पर आ जाती हैं, where you have to excel at dance, Kathak, maths, English, science, you have to do arts, you have to do extracurricular, you have to participate in this thing, that thing. This is all when you're just a child, and when you become an adult, not even an adult, when you become a teenager, you're supposed to take science, you're supposed to do NEET, you're supposed to do like JEE, you're supposed to do JEE advanced, you're supposed to crack like different exams, you're supposed to start investing, you're supposed to read newspapers in Hindu, and you're supposed to know about like random things, and you're supposed to participate in MUNs and debates or whatever. And when you're an adult, like, I was having a breakdown yesterday with my boyfriend in the gym, and I was like in the middle of my cardio, I just randomly went down and I was like, you know what, I have to follow my diet, I have to avoid carbs, I have to eat my protein, I have to do my water intake, I have to pay my taxes, I have to do SIP, I have to do investments, I have to pay my EMI of the car, I have to buy a house also, I have to take EMI for that as well, I have to do brand, I have to do organic content, I have to do YouTube, I have to do Srishti Dutt content, which is not really content, like shit posting, I have to watch Nobody Wants This season 2, I have to also rewatch Modern Family, I also have to cook my food sometimes, I have to give relationship time, I have to give family time, I have to give friends time, I have to give influencer friends time, and between all of this I'm supposed to take therapy and look after myself. It's not easy, and this is not even the whole list, right? This is what just goes on in my head half of the day. Wow, I really exhausted myself just like saying that out loud, and I'm on my first day of period, so you know where all of this rage is coming from. And my camera battery is at 53%. But anyway, there is just so much going on with us, and I still feel like कि हमारे ऊपर इतनी सारी expectations डाल दिए. Now we just don't know what to do, and if we don't excel at a particular thing, बचपन से it was sort of made, you know, like our parents, at least my parents made it feel like कि I am not worthy of love, validation or appreciation if I don't achieve a particular thing, if I don't go out there and grab life by its balls, and I don't, like, you know, achieve things, and I don't like come first in things. Like, my parents would just be really disappointed. Okay, wait, I remember. So I was at a cousin's wedding, and obviously मैंने कुछ prepare नहीं करा था. Like, they asked me to dance, very impromptu था. तो मैं बचपन से ऐसे dance करती आई हूँ. I was like, okay, I'll dance, whatever. So I went on there, I danced, and my mom was like, nice, oh, whatever. Then another cousin of mine went on stage to dance, and she danced beautifully. Like, she learns Kathak, and she was so graceful and energetic, and she was amazing, and everyone was like, wow. So मेरा dance तो उसके आगे कुछ भी नहीं था, legit. And then my mom saw her dance, and then my mom looked at me and she's like, तेरा ठीक ही था. Like, you know, like her. Because when nobody else was appreciating her child and everyone else was appreciating someone else's child, like, her whole reaction changed completely. So not ever since then, I think bachpan se there has just been so much weight on top of my shoulder just to win my parents' love and validation and admiration, and because of which today I have exhausted myself. I take up so much work that I can even like work जिसके पास मेरे लिए bandwidth तक नहीं है. I take up so much work. I try to do different things all the time. Even now, like I should be probably chilling and enjoying my Sunday, but I am making a YouTube vlog because I have to be consistent. Wow, this is a very anti-parent video for me, and they're clearly not gonna love it. But my parents have always put this into my head that, oh, I'm not able of achieving something. Growing up, I was always sort of told that I'll be married off after my graduation, and I think for the longest time I was just really made to feel like I'm not worthy of anything and I can't do anything, which is why I self-doubted myself so much. And as a creative person, be also as a woman, when the world constantly gaslights you, it is not healthy for me to doubt myself. I still do that. I was wired this way, and here I am in the last 2-3 years of me being in therapy, me being surrounded with actually healthy relationships. I've been trying to sort of remold my whole thinking system, and I'm trying to build myself up. And obviously YouTube is a very big medium because I get to freely talk about my emotions and feelings, and I don't get to hold back anything. So thank you for being a medium for me. As eldest daughters, we have to keep the whole family together. You know, we have to prevent everyone from just like dying and being careless. I just don't get it why, you know, your siblings or why the parents would do things that would put them in a bad situation. Like, why do I have to be the adult in the family when I'm really not, when there are 2 other adults, like real adults? You know, like I don't understand how has it become my responsibility to keep the family together. There is, like, I as a person, I get really anxious and overwhelmed very easily, okay? So when you know there is already so much on my shoulders, why would you on top of that give me this huge responsibility of keeping everyone alive and together? Like, I just feel like there is so much pressure on me to be the actual real adult. And when it comes for me to give my opinions on important topics or important situations, I am suddenly dismissed. Like, suddenly nobody cares on what I have to say, and they're just like, okay, then let me be an adult in that situation as well. It's not your responsibility to save them. It's your responsibility to save yourself. And it took me a really long time to understand that, because I think as women we are wired to be, you know, sort of selfless. कि तुम्हें अपने पहले अपने माँ बाप के बारे में सोचना चाहिए, या अपनी फैमिली के बारे में सोचना चाहिए, दूसरों के बारे में सोचना चाहिए. Put others first before you. But you know, even when you're taking a flight, the first thing that they tell you is put your own oxygen mask first before helping others. And this is something I learn constantly in therapy, that why are you trying to fix them? Why are you trying to save someone else who doesn't want to be saved? Some people are beyond that saving. They have reached that age, or maybe that level, or maybe that saturation where they just don't want to listen to anyone else. But here I am exhausting myself, wasting my precious time and energy trying to save someone who probably doesn't even care about me, you know. As daughters in general, we are just so angry and full of rage all the time, and we can't relax and we can't be peaceful because we've never seen our mothers like that. You know, like we've always mostly sort of sided with our mothers whenever it came to like relative stories or dad's side of the family or dad and her fights or whatever. But I just feel like in general we've never, like, if I've never seen a relaxed woman, like just to give you an example, right now I was again home for Diwali. My mom had taken a leave from her hospital to pick me up, and then again she wanted to run back, and her hospital is like a good 20 minutes drive in Jodhpur Garmi, okay? So she had come back to pick me up, she made lunch for me, and now she again wanted to get dressed and go back to her hospital, and I forcefully made her stay. I was like, listen, calm down, I'm here just for you. At least just give me these 3 days of time, right? Like, I'm here, I have also taken chutti from my work to be here with you. And I've never seen this woman relax. Like, even when my brother was coming, she was literally, and this is like a 50+ woman, she's running around the stairs, she's cooking breakfast, she's making food, she's, you know, packing stuff for me in my bag because I had to fly out again to Bombay. She's running around, she's driving to pick my brother up, like, and I'm like, calm down, because I think, and you know, she thinks it's a compliment and it's an achievement because you're so burnt out and overworked. And I think that's a very general Indian parent and Indian mom mentality. Like, they think if you're not burning yourself out, if you're not exhausted, if you're not tired, कि तुमने कुछ करा ही नहीं है, they think that relaxing is a punishment. And I grew up with that mindset. I was like, अच्छा Sunday तो क्या हुआ? I should be working. Am I not doing anything with my life? Hustle. And I exhausted myself in the process. Like, I'm being honest, I used to be the kind of person who used to think that, you know what, I will never tire myself out. Like, tiring is like for, unambitious people. Like, I'm not one of those girls. Like, I used to be very pick me, and I was like, I will never tire myself out in the process. I will never be burned out. Main roz kaam karungi. I will show up every single day. And I did tire myself out, like, to a point where I just did not want to show up on the internet. I stopped, like, I was in such crazy body dysmorphia that I used to think I'm so ugly, and my body is so, like, ugly that I don't deserve to wear new clothes. I can't buy anything because nothing would look good on me. Just cry, and I would have fights with every single person until randomly my agent and my manager showed up to my house, and they were like, what the fuck happened? And I'm really glad I sort of, like, had that conversation with them, because it was like talking to a mirror, like I am doing it today. And I don't even know how many people are gonna watch this video, and it's okay even if you don't. Like, I have cared about chasing numbers and views and engagement all my life, and I've only driven myself crazy, and 90% of the time I was making content that I did not even resonate with, like the funny content. Like, it was just coming from a place of like, fuck yeah, I have to do this, I have to force this content, whatever. But I am being super honest and my most vulnerable self while talking about this, so it's okay. Like, I think this is just one of those pieces that's just for me and my soul. But anyway, coming back to the topic, I think that I have never seen a relaxed person in my whole life. Like, my grandmother still works till date, she's 75 plus, she still works. My mother is just like the most, touch wood, I'm glad for her that she's energetic and she's working a lot, but I would love for this woman to just relax, go for a good spa, get a good massage, not care about being so hyper and screaming all the time. Like, even when we were eating food and we were taking a pause and we were like chatting or whatever, she was just so concentrated in making sure ki khana khatam ho raha hai. So even when we were full, she was forcefully telling us eat it. And before, like, jab tak hum log khana khatam nahi kar lete the, tab tak she was just so hyper and like something's going off. Like, she just didn't know how to relax, and I see this behavior in myself so frequently. So I think observing my parents really sort of helped me reflect, where I was like, fuck, okay, I hate this behavior in them, and I know this behavior exists in me, so stop it right here. But I think it's so important for us to just sort of relax and know that there is no harm in relaxing. The world is not ending, honey. Like, you can just be. There is so much power in just being, in not being performative. Like, there's a very close creator friend of mine. Actually, I don't like to say creator friend now, I would just say friend. But she now actually told me this really cool thing, that like, she's someone who actually notices my behavioral patterns a lot. So she pointed it out and she said, you're like so performative, because every time I see you at events, you're just like, hey, hi, what's up, how's your day, oh my god, you're looking so pretty, I love what you're wearing. Like, this is like my go-to, because I grew up like a people pleaser. I have grown up with two big people pleasers. So my first reaction to every time, like, obviously I have to be liked, I have to make friends, so I go in with the compliment, and my energy is like, oh my god, hi, like my influencer accent comes in. And she's like, Srishti, stop doing that. Like, that's not you. I have hung out at your place, we've spoken, you don't have to act like this every time we meet. And I'm like, you know what, that feels great. Like, I just not pretending and just being okay feels great. There was just so many things that have kept inside me, and I clearly remember in my last therapy session, my therapist told me about this concept that our body stores all the trauma. So she told me, okay, just close your eyes. I don't know how to do this correctly. I'm giving you a disclaimer right now. So before you get into this, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a professional, I don't know how to do this. So don't do this with me, but I'll just tell you what she told me. She told me, just close your eyes, take a breath, take 3 deep breaths, be calm, and just observe your body from top to bottom. Just sense around, where do you feel pain? Where do you feel like slight discomfort? Like something is not sitting well, there is something. And every time I would go, I would always tell that, there's this weird, unsettling discomfort in my jaw, in my throat. Like, I always constantly feel like my jaws are hurting so much. I constantly feel like my throat hurts even when nothing is wrong. And she's like, why do you think? I'm like, and okay, the next question she asked me, what do you think will make it better? And I'm like, and I said, I just want to scream. I just want to scream out loud and tell everyone who did me wrong. I want to scream out loud, and I want to talk about all the things I've been holding on. Like, there is just so much anger and rage inside of me, and I just want to scream it all loud, And that's when I realized I'm just holding so many things. And like, I'm sure that, like, for example, I'm not the right person to say this, but apparently every body part jahan pe aapko dard hota hai, it's something to do with the trauma that you've had in the past. And it goes, if you're interested in it, you should really read about how your body stores trauma. But anyway, I sort of looked it up, and I still haven't gotten a moment to quietly scream. And obviously I don't want to do this in the video, so don't worry, don't get scared, I won't do it here. But I am choosing to break this pattern with me. I am choosing not to carry that shame with me, and I am choosing to take up more space. I want to show up in the world broader, and I want to show it with a magnificent aura. And I don't care if it disturbs people. I don't care if I take too much space. I don't care if I take too much of their attention. I love the attention, and I'm going to show up for myself. As elder daughters, we're exhausted, we're tired, and we just want to be heard. Like, yeah man, I just want to feel seen. I just want someone who will understand where I'm coming from, instead of saying ke pagal ho gayi hai, she has some psychiatric problem. Like, these are the comments I get whenever I express myself, or whenever I express how angry I am, or whenever I sort of make a fuss about things. As a parent, I would expect you in the future, if you become a parent, or if you are a parent, and if you see that your child is unhappy about something, or is trying to talk about something, instead of calling them crazy and psycho, it would really help if you would just like sit down with them and hear them without running away from that confrontation. Wow, I'm trying really hard not to get teared up at the moment. But okay, my final point. Again, as girls, as women, we have often seen a lot of misogyny around. And by misogyny, there's a lot of internalized misogyny and subtle misogyny. I'll tell you how. A random sexist WhatsApp joke about husband complaining कि उसकी wife कितनी controlling है, उसकी wife कितना खराब खाना बनाती है, उसकी wife कितनी dumb है, whatever. That's misogyny. That's something that is not subtle or okay at all. It could also be, like a random relative or your dad or any like authoritative male figure in your life telling you that तुम्हें तो कुछ आता ही नहीं है, you're so dumb, you don't know how to do this. Them feeling threatened by you if you make more money, or if you're more successful, if you have a louder voice in the room, if you're headstrong, if you have an opinion to say it out loud, and if you contradict them. There are so many times that these people will feel threatened, and they will make you feel small, and they will tell you that तुम्हारा success is not because of you, is not because of your hard work, it is because of them, or it is because of a second man. Like, for example, a relative of mine tried to tell my mom recently that whatever you've become today, you've not become by yourself, you've become because of your husband, which is crazy. My mom's a doctor. She's the only person in her family, man and woman both including, who has gotten so much education, who's gotten so far. She left her hometown to become this amazing person. She's so well read, she's educated, and she is clearly doing better than anyone else, at least in her family. And some people from her family tried to tell her that you did not reach here because of your own hard work, you reached here because of your husband. My dad didn't do shit. I mean, no offense, but he didn't do anything. Like, my mom built herself up brick by brick. My dad just fell in love and they got married, and that's it. That's literally it. I just don't get it. Why can't a man accept that a woman's success can come because of her own ambition and hard work too? A lot of times people will just say, oh, because she's a woman, oh, because she used her body to get like a promotion or whatever. Sir, you are the one who's clearly threatened and insecure that you couldn't get a promotion, or you couldn't get far enough in your life, and a woman did, a woman that you suppressed and you thought was worth nothing. I really hate the fact that this subtle misogyny just continues in families, in functions, which is why I have stopped going to family functions. I have made a promise to myself that I'm not going to be showing up to these family functions, these relatives, these shadis or whatever, because people will just make me feel small. And I used to be okay with that. I thought, okay, maybe that's normal, we are still family, that's just family, but it's not okay. somebody in the family has to draw boundaries, and I'm okay being the bad person. I have been the bad person, the bad cop for my family for a really long time. If my mom and dad are fighting, I'm the bad cop, I will fight with my dad. If my mom and my brother are fighting, I will be the bad cop and I will stand up for either of them. If two people are fighting, I have always become the bad cop while उन दोनों ने पीछे से दोस्ती कर ली है. So ultimately I am the one who gets to face all the harshness, and I've done that for a really long time, and I'm okay. I have made my peace with it. I tried too hard to be liked by the internet. I tried too hard to, be this like pooky and cute girl and being like liked or whatever and saying the right thing and dressing up correctly. But you know what? Here I am in a jura with my specs and my like boyfriend's t-shirt on a Sunday evening with bad lighting. But I don't care because I'm really having a great time. I'm so comfortable and it's okay. I know it's the most basic thing to say it out loud, but I'm just okay. If you don't like me, I'm okay if you think I'm the bad cop, and I'm okay if you don't care about what I have to say, because I think I've made peace with the fact that I deserve to be seen, I deserve to be heard. It's my voice that matters, at least to me, and I'm gonna show up for myself no matter what. And if you are an elder daughter, I really want you to know that you are so important. You deserve to be heard. You're the coolest person out there, and even if your family doesn't tell you that they're proud of you, let me tell you, I'm bloody proud of you, and I know you have conquered so much in your life and there is so much more for you to do. And I really want you to just not give into what people are thinking right now, what people think of you, how your family makes you feel, how your friends have made you feel, or how relatives talk about you. You are just, I hope you know you're probably the strongest person in your family, and it takes guts to be in the place that we are. So yeah, just don't let anyone dim your shine, and just don't let anyone take away your power from you, because let me tell you, there is nobody like you, and there is nobody, at least in our family, who can do what we can do. And yeah, that's it for today. I think I've spoken for a really long time, and I will see you for my next YouTube video. Let me know what you want to hear about, and I will really have to check if this mic even recorded this audio or not. Okay, bye.